Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Business Academy podcast. My name is George. I'm joined by my co-host Ron, and Hessel is joining us today for another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about our journey to 30,000 euros a month with YouTube automation. We're going to be talking about search. YouTube search. Is the revenue up? Is the revenue down? I sold something through affiliate marketing, which is very exciting that I want to touch upon a little bit about that. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the system that I have going on in place and that has been working more like better and better lately. And we're going to ask the boys what is up on their end over the past week. I've been noticing overall that the RPMs have been up for everyone. So that should be exciting as well. And yeah. So let's kick it off. Maybe I can start as well with this high energy as well.
Yeah, it's a speed run, the intro.
Let's
Really
go.
good.
Let's get it. Okay, let's start off first, I think, with the RPMs. What do you guys think? So I
Yeah,
haven't been.
mine is up. Yeah.
Yours is up. I
Mine
know
as
Yeah.
well.
Hessel's is up, and mine is up as well. So I just hit an all-time high on my main channel, 53 euros on the 14th of August, which is super exciting. And I posted a graph on my Instagram. It was like a 90-day graph. And exactly 3 months ago, I had 4.5 euros. It was like the lowest day ever. And 90 days later, it's at 53 euros, which is like amazing, which is super cool to see. So what about you guys? What are you hitting? What numbers?
I hit today, or like 2 days ago, $63. So it's like 57, 58 euros. But the most difference I see with my channel is that my daily revenue is stabilizing. Like before, I went from 50 to 35 to 40, then back to 30. But now, like the past 7 days, or like the past 2 weeks, actually, it's always between $50 and $60 basically, also in the weekends. So there are no crazy dips anymore. And before, like 1 or 2 months ago, it was like going up like crazy. I was like all hyped when I had hit like an all-time high, and the next day it was like half.
Yeah.
So that's not happening anymore. So it's kind of stabilizing. So that's nice.
Do you think that has to do with the fact that you have more videos and they're kind of compensating for those drops?
I think because I'm doing more higher RPM topics only, and I'm slowly stopping with like the 1 minute, 2 minute videos. I don't know. It doesn't have to matter, but I think with that, like the longer in-depth videos, I just have done some better research. So I think that's the case. Those longer videos are ranking better, and they often have like higher skippable ads in terms of like type of ads.
Mm-hmm.
So the earnings most of the times are also higher. I think that's the case, but it could also be like maybe some older videos that are starting to rank. Like you can't really track everything. So I think that's it, but I'm not sure.
Hessel, how's your revenue looking?
It's good. It's like I checked it, was like 180 euros, like a big spike as well from 135 to 180. So that's a big increase. It was kind of stable as well, just a little bit higher in the weekends. Right now I had a big spike on the same moments as you guys have. So that's interesting. I also noticed it on my Spanish channel and on the French one. So that's interesting. It's definitely like it's clear that YouTube is like advertisers are spending more. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's weird, by the way, because it's summer. It's peak time summer. Like it would be a
Yeah.
bad moment to advertise, you would say, but yeah.
But I feel as we're going to move further towards Q4, it's going to increase more and more. And what Hassel told me actually today when we were walking towards or from the lake, he told me that Q4 is actually also a very good time for RPMs. So
Q1.
Q1 is a very good time for RPMs, which is weird because usually you think, oh, they blow all their money on Q4 advertisers and then Q1 is low. But my thinking behind it is that, well, okay, let's say that you're talking about like software management tools like Trello and all that. So then, Q1 is the time when everyone's like, okay, new year, new me, time to,
Yeah.
organize my life and whatsoever, make new projects. So then probably they're looking for some software management tools and stuff. So that's maybe why Q1 is also good sales for those companies.
Yeah, and Hessel, by the way, do you know like what the increases will be around Q4? Like, is it maybe 20% more, or like do you
No,
have
I
some more
have looked
data?
back at the data, but for me, it was like every year completely different. So I can't really like make a like reliable
Yeah, yeah,
percentage out of it. And I know Yuri had the same from when we talked about it in like 2021, 2022. So it's not really something very stable all the time. It's very different
yeah,
every year.
yeah. You also keep uploading, so of course you have more
Yeah, exactly.
videos.
So there are a lot of factors that can
Yeah.
impact it.
Hey, before we move any further, here's a quick announcement. This podcast episode is sponsored by you. Yes, you heard that right. For those of you who want to take their YouTube game to the next level and join a private group of people who are all striving to make money on YouTube, you are invited to join the Inner Circle.
By joining the Inner Circle, you will get access to monthly recurring calls. It's kind of like an online hangout where we chill together, discuss each other's progress, ask and answer your questions, and of course, hold each other accountable. Besides the monthly calls, we also have an extensive bank of content where we have our courses, recorded calls, templates, and more.
So, click the link down in the description and take your YouTube game to the next level. And back to the podcast.
Makes sense. We'll see then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, another interesting thing that I wanted to talk about is, well, this is my favorite subject, one of mine, but it's like affiliate marketing. So I told the boys over the week, like, that I sold a pair of shoes through affiliate marketing.
I was
And
sitting next to George. He was so hyped. He was so hyped.
yeah, so you would think like, oh, like I'm getting like $150 like commissions with affiliate marketing. And then for this pair of shoes that I sold, I got $9.60, right? And you think like, oh, why are you so excited about that? But the reason, and I thought about it, why I was so excited about it is because sure, I'm getting higher commissions there, but that's already like I've been doing that for a while and I'm used to it, right? The money is great and all. But with the pair of shoes, the reason why is because I came up with the idea, right? I saw the affiliate. I came up with the idea for the content. I executed. I put it out there, and I actually sold a pair of shoes. Like it's
Full
it's
circle.
yeah, it's so much fun. And like I talked in the previous episodes as well, I sold a golf bag. So looking at it right now, I don't think that it's something um, which is something that can be like reliable. Like still AdSense is much more reliable, right? It's much more consistent. You know that you can rank, you know that you can get views, you know what kind of, not what kind of RPM, but yeah, you can distinguish between lower and higher RPM topics. And yeah, but it's still really fun if you rank on a first place for some high search volume keyword that is super buyer intent. In this case, is like shoes, right? Different orthopedic shoes like shin splits and shoes, shoes for standing all day. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And when I saw that, I was like, I can't believe this. This is so much fun. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys.
Great. Yeah. Good point.
I was waiting for you guys to say something.
Yeah, but it's nice. Of course, it's nice. But yeah, like it's nice to have like when you have a thought and you work the thought out and it's working out. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's hope some more will come in.
I
Yeah,
guess it's
we
like
need to.
making the first sale with dropshipping. Like you start a new
Yeah,
store, like the
exactly.
first feeling of it, right? Because you're
Exactly.
making like $250 per commission for some other stuff you promote. So
Yeah.
financial
Yeah.
wise, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, yeah. For
No,
like
exactly.
money wise, like sure, it's not great, but that first sale with drop shipping, although you spend a tons of money with for advertising, when you get that first online sale, you're hyped, and this is kind of the same feeling. So yeah,
Yeah.
wanted to share with you guys. Very glad to hear your enthusiastic response for that.
Yeah, but that's Friese nuchterheid. So,
Yes, Ron. Yes,
yeah.
we both have it.
What's that?
We're too sober for it's a Frisian. It's not.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, we can't do anything about it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By the way, talking about high RPM topics, um, Hessel and I were sitting today and we were talking about some topic research and stuff. And I was looking at some of my videos that were making, like, I basically check day by day, like which videos are spiking and which videos are bringing in the money. And I saw that the videos I did about Capital One is a bank in the US, were making like, it was like a 30-second video and it made me like 40 cents. And the thinking behind that as well was, remember I told you, Ron, how if you are able to target companies that are only in the US and reach that audience, it will be high RPM. Well, yeah, it turns out to be true. My thinking behind it was like, Capital One is only in the US, so the people who search for those keywords are only going to be in the US. Sure enough, one video, 30 seconds, took me probably 5 minutes to make, is making around 30, 40 cents every day. You multiply that by 1,000 videos, you got a crazy income going on.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yep.
That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
Like, you want a high RPM topic and then make as many videos as possible. And of course, you need to be lucky to rank,
Yeah.
or lucky, you need to deliver the quality to rank.
Yeah. And then what I did was I went to ChatGPT and I was like, hey, Chatty, give me 10 banks that are located in the US only.
I did the exact same thing.
Let's
Like
go.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah, but you can do that with everything. Insurances, maybe stocks, like stock trading platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all depends on like how creative you can get with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not that creative, but yeah, it helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Yeah. Another thing, since you guys are very talkative today and you have so many things to talk about, I feel like I gotta.
So much.
I feel like
You're gonna carry the
I gotta carry the
conversation.
podcast, man. Last thing that I have on my agenda, and if you guys are listening to this, is probably after this you can tune out because these guys are done.
No. Crazy stuff is coming up next.
Whoa!
Yeah.
The thing that I have here written down is systems in place. So I've been talking about systems, and someone in the community asks about, hey, how's it going? What have you been able to implement? And actually, my system is coming more like not finalizing, but it's taking better form, better shape. And what I've been doing is I'm using a Google Sheets, and I've really customized it to my own liking. Hessel has seen it. I have many different columns for all the different steps along the way of the content production. Each row is a separate video. I have different statuses. I have the links to the recordings, for the editing, for the thumbnail. I got the timestamp. So now everything is starting to look very, very well and organized. And actually, this morning I went to talk to my accountant as well. And what I'm thinking about doing now is doing the same system like Hessel has, which he has a channel manager, and he sends the channel manager money once per month. And then the channel manager distributes that money amongst the freelancers, among the contractors, and makes sure that everything gets published on time. So this is
what's the benefit?
Well, the benefit accounting wise is that you have less transactions. Second of all, you have one person who is basically responsible. Like, his job is to make sure that X number of videos that you have planned for this month are actually going to be published. So if someone is not delivering on time, he's going to give them a kick in the butt and say, hey, where are the things?
Yeah, okay. So you basically transfer 2K per month to a guy from any country that you hired him.
Yeah.
And he's going to do the payments.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the bottleneck here, not the bottleneck, but the important thing here is to have a lot of trust with that person, because let's say that I will transfer this 2K to this guy, and then he's like goes offline, blocks me, and I can't find him. Well, then it's my loss, basically.
I don't understand, like, what's the benefit? Like, instead of, for example, you have 4 freelancers. You can tell them, okay, once a month I do the payment. You do 4 payments. Maybe it will take 15 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the benefit.
Well, yeah, like I said, accounting benefits. So you have less transactions in the bank, so less accounting purposes. You just kind of send one transaction in bulk, and then it all happens, and
But
then you just
is it worth the risk?
is it worth the risk? That's a good question.
Yeah.
And then another benefit is, of course, having this guy who is going to basically make sure that everything gets published. But of course, you can have that without
Without the
sending,
money.
yeah, without sending the money. So I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll try it, maybe not. But that's
Yeah,
For
I'm
me, it
doing it
works great.
you have.
I have an uploader and a manager as well. He does everything except for the payments, and I just do a payment like once a month. Yeah,
Okay.
not so much hassle.
Yeah, and you pay them once a month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Ron, you said before the pod that you had some things that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, well, actually, I already shared like the RPM is going up, so that's nice. It's becoming more stable.
Yeah.
I had a very good freelancer that left me, so that was very unfortunate that she left me. But I already found a new one for a little bit better price as well. But I somehow have the feeling, Hessel was gone, but he's back. But so I found a new freelancer again. So he's making new videos, and I'm basically now at the point where I will be not increasing any more volume in terms of videos. So I'm pretty much breaking even right now, and then starting to take some profit slowly to pay myself and do some other fun things.
So you're not going to be increasing the amount of uploads.
No, I'm not planning to do so, because then you can keep uploading the whole time. Like in the end, what's the goal of their channel? Of course, to grow it, but also to get some money from it. And I'm now investing already for like 8 to 9 months. I'm now breaking even. Like I'm going near 1.8, 2K a month. That's the expenses I want to have with the channel. And if I don't grow at a good rate with that amount of budget, I just need to do better keyword research. Like otherwise, what I've been seeing in the past, like because I've been doing so much volume in terms of videos, that you're not being so strict with the keywords, because you just know I will upload so many videos.
That's a
like,
trap.
It'll be fine. Yeah, that's the trap. So eventually, putting a limit on the amount of uploads and your budget, you need to dive deeper in keyword research because you just have so many videos. And I just also want to get some money out of it, because I'm now spending so much every month, which is fine. But that the whole reason that I started the channel is to get money out of it. So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah.
So you didn't start the channel to spend money on it.
No, the browse channel I did. No, but
I saw your video.
So that's a thing, and it's growing nicely. So I'm pretty happy with it. And I wanted to say something else, but I forgot what. So yeah.
Yeah, that video you posted where you were talking about stories of fortune.
Yeah, I just made a quick video because maybe it could help somebody. But yeah, I lost around 5K, I think.
Oof.
In total, around 30 videos.
What video?
I just upload to my main channel just for fun.
Yeah, I see it.
I had it recorded already. Also, what I want to mention, like with the search channel right now, the main channel, it's growing between $300 to $400 or $500 a month right now, but also because of the higher RPM. So let's say it's growing with $300 a month. So that's pretty crazy that like you're slowly getting like exponential growth, because like you have such a big catalog of videos. More videos are starting to rank, and it all adds up. So it's pretty crazy. Like sometimes I'm thinking, okay, this goes way too slow for me. But then I zoom out and I was like, okay, what if somebody asked me a question like, hey, do you want to earn 300 euros every month extra for the coming months? Would you say yes to it? Like, but you were like, oh, that's crazy. It keeps increasing with 300 euros. That's an amazing business model. I want to have it right now.
Yeah.
Then you would be very happy. So I'm trying to reframe it a little bit.
Dude, we were talking about this with Hessel, that this business model is like OP, man. It's overpowered.
Yeah,
and now
especially in the beginning, even like with Yuri and Hessel, guys started pretty early. Like you had even more opportunities, like low hanging fruit, like easy opportunities.
Yeah, it was really easy. Like if I look back at 2020, it was like whole other game, completely different.
Yeah, it's crazy because now more and more people are doing it. You can see it in the Discord. It's almost becoming a search Discord channel almost. But yeah. But
And
I think the what a lot of people have, I'm not sure. I think for a lot of people it's going too slow, so they maybe give
mm,
up early. But
yeah. I told Hessel, we were discussing, we are like, man, this business model is just too OP. Like, let's
yeah,
we gotta keep this low key, man. We shouldn't tell this to anyone. And then he's like, yeah, says the guy who made a Discord community and a podcast about.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
So if you guys are watching or listening to this, if you guys are watching and listening to this, and you're not taking action, trust me, you're missing out. And like the reason this podcast doesn't have many views, like it's actually an advantage to you, to the very few people who do listen, because yeah, like if you've discovered this by accident and you're like, oh, sounds pretty interesting. No, it doesn't sound interesting. It is literally OP because you like, oh, I don't even want to start, man.
yeah. It's OP, but it's also very boring. I must say. Like, of course, you get the dopamine hits and like blah blah blah. But I was talking to you before the podcast. Like, I'm also thinking like, okay, you can basically do like a trajectory of the upcoming months,
Yeah.
years. And if you keep uploading and do good keyword research, you'll hit a certain monthly goal.
Yeah.
But it's like a very boring business model. So that's maybe also why people don't do it. Like I can really understand why people don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. We were driving yesterday to Hanko. It's this like a boat town,
Fisherman City,
fisherman
kind of.
city in Finland. Yeah,
I don't know.
and as we're driving there, uh, Hessel gets a notification on his phone for a sale for his course about YouTube automation, and it's like, can I say it? How much?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he gets like a $500 sale for that course as we are driving to Hanko, and he is not planning on working that day, and he didn't even do that sale himself. And we just sit there and we're driving on a highway, and I'm like, Hessel, you do realize this is absolutely crazy. You just made driving what people usually make, like you multiply
In a
that by
week. Yeah.
you like by in a week, literally in a week. Like people make like 2 grand in a month. You know, that's a good salary at working a 9 to 5 job, and they have to be there and they have to ask their boss for vacation and stuff. And you literally done nothing today. Okay,
Just driving.
we get into the whole idea that, you know, he's been hustling, he's been, you know, he has systems in place that are making this happen, but still, like, those systems in place that allow him to sell a course while he's driving and get that money is just out of this world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but search is even more crazy. I mean, every day, unless you get like 3 strikes in a row, you are basically guaranteed of like $200 as well. So it's even more OP. Like you wake up and you see it.
Yeah. It's crazy steady. Like
Yeah,
Yuri calls it his lifestyle business. Like it really makes sense.
yeah.
Lifestyle business. Let's talk about that. What does that mean? Because I heard him
You
say
pay
that.
all your yeah, but it's basically you pay all your fixed costs. Maybe you want to travel, that kind of stuff. Like you can easily do that if you have like 5 to 10K a month. You can basically do everything you want if you don't do like crazy stuff. You can
Right.
go travel everywhere you want. You can, I don't know, do whatever you want basically.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's so OP.
But I must say, like, you're still at the hands of YouTube, so it's still a
Yep.
big risk. Even
Yeah.
if you have maybe multiple channels, if the RPM goes down, or I don't know, you get 3 strikes, of course, it's still risky. So it's still wise to also invest something maybe on the side or have something else going for you, because the business model itself is pretty passive if you have the keywords.
Yeah.
So starting something extra, like Hassel, of course, is pretty smart to do, I think.
Talking about
Yeah.
starting something extra, I would like to share my idea with you guys. Hessel told me to do it, and I told you before the podcast. But here's a little context. This Saturday, we were out with our friends, having some drinks, driving around, having lunch, whatever. And, you know, I love women. I love approaching them. I love talking to them. I love building relationships and stuff like that. So, um, and to me, it comes naturally, right? I never had troubles with that. And then when we came back, Hessel was like, dude, you are really good at that. Like, You should build your career around that. And I'm like, really? I'm like, why? He's like, well, there are many guys out there who are afraid to approach girls. There are many guys out there who are like afraid to talk to them. And it comes so naturally to you. So it's kind of like your unfair advantage. And then we started digging into it. Hessel showed me an example of this guy, Denmo, who I by the way, really didn't like. There's another guy much better. His name is Todd V Dating. But basically, there's this format of videos, short videos, long videos, where it's hidden from like afar. He has a microphone. He's mic'd up, and he approaches a girl, talks, gets her contact details, and then the long video goes into talking how he did it, and the short one just ends there. So tomorrow, hopefully, we're gonna go to Helsinki and we're gonna try to do that first format. We got the mic, Rode. I'm gonna be mic'd up. I'm gonna be approaching, talking, and I'm gonna make a separate personal brand channel around that. And that's my way of diversification. And I have a feeling that I should be good at that. And I have a feeling that not we, but I will be able to really scale this, obviously with the help of my friend Hessel, because he is further ahead in this game than I am. So maybe he'll give me a helping hand with with the sales, with the scripts, with the with the appointment setting and all of that. Basically, that's the idea. I want to build a personal brand around that. And the first thing we need to make sure is that those videos get views. So I'm going to be executing them on 3 social media platforms, which is TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. I'm going to start off. I'm basically doing like an MVP, like a minimum viable product. So I'm going to just film I'm going to try to do as many approaches as possible tomorrow, but the goal is maybe get 5, 6. I'm going to edit them myself, go through the whole process myself, post them, those 5, 6, and then see what happens out of that. Do I get views? Do I not get views? And if I do, well, then it's a pretty good signal to me to move more into that direction. And as at first, I'm going to build the audience with the verticals. And then as I'm building the audience, I'm going to transition that audience into more longer form videos, because the longer form videos is where you can actually convert those people into, paying customers. So yeah, that's my kind of idea for the diversification of risk and income. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a cool idea because it's very entertaining to watch when somebody does it, and also like you can learn something from it. But I think I don't know how difficult the whole road will be in that niche. I think I have a feeling to really go viral with those shorts, you can't have a basic conversation because it's not fun enough to watch.
Yeah.
So I think it needs some element of like, whoa, I
Well,
didn't
yeah,
expect
from the
that, or-
research we have done, it was pretty terrible, and a lot of those videos still got a lot of views.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Dude, that Denmo guy and like some other guys, when I just like literally like searched on YouTube, dude, I was cringing so hard at their way of approaching.
I'll check them out after.
Oh
after
my
this.
god! If you guys are watching and listening to this after this pod, check it out as well. Search like DENMO, Denmo, and he
Denmo.
he goes like, there's a girl walking. She's wearing a yellow shirt, and he like, it's not even what he says; it's just the way he says it. His attitude is like kind of like too cocky, and he's like eating food at the same time as he's talking to the girl, like,
That's
and then
He's like, yellow shirt, and then starts talking very weird. Yeah.
and then as he's eating with this hand, he's like doing this, and then he says his name. Oh, nice to meet you. And then he gives his hand that he was eating the food with to the girl. I was like,
but he
bro.
still succeeds. Like that. That's really
Yeah.
good. Like he has the worst setup possible, and he still gets the number. So it's actually a good achievement.
Yeah, maybe when the camera goes off, you start to act differently or something. But I don't know. We'll have to test that out tomorrow. But yeah, overall, the level of like competition quality type of that content is pretty low in my opinion. So, and I think that I can do it better. But we'll see. Maybe the camera goes off and I go and I freeze and I'm like, oh shit, what do I say? Anything can happen.
Of course, like the first couple videos will probably be horrible compared to like 1 year from now. That's always the case.
Yeah, it's always the case. So, but what I noticed as well is with those approaches is like the first one, I have that feeling a little bit of like kind of like fear, but it's almost like jumping into the cold water. Like once you send it, there's no going back. Like once you take off, you're already there. But
Yeah.
then after the first one, you have adrenaline rushing in your blood, and you're in the flow. Now you want to go. Now you just want to approach every single one of them, you know? So I think I'm just gonna send
Yeah, it's a
approach.
habit then.
Yeah, yeah. Like you also get that adrenaline. You like you get that good feeling. Oh shit! Now I overcame it. Now I can do it more and more. And you start to become like more into like the flow state. So yeah, a little side project that I'm gonna be doing to
Let's see.
diversify.
And so you will also like delegate some video recordings then, or will you upload less for search?
Oh no, the thing is, I don't want to. Search is my main thing. I don't want to put that aside. I'm gonna start off with this thing on the side, and well, according to my friend Hessel, like our friend Hessel, he said, "Yeah, bro, you can scale this to the moon. You can go super hard. You can
I
go
really think
very.
so.
You can make much money with this." And let's see if that happens and it goes crazy high. Maybe at one point I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, the search maybe doesn't make sense. Maybe I'll pause it. Maybe I will sell the channels. I don't know. But
Yeah, but
obviously,
you also you wanted to outsource more and more. So maybe like you want to do that process already
yeah,
because you have something.
exactly. Maybe I'll just keep them and it'll be just fully automated and I'll just be doing
Of
some
course,
keyword
yeah,
research once in a while or whatever. Maybe I'll even outsource the keyword. I don't know. But obviously that's way far in the future.
yeah.
First, we need to get going and then once we do and we'll see the results, then we can decide
I'm
from there.
curious at the raw footage Saturday. I will check it out probably, right?
Yeah.
Talking about Saturday and raw
Oh,
footage.
unedited.
Talking about raw footage and Saturday, Ron is coming to Finland.
Yeah,
Finally!
I'm already
Finally,
here
yeah.
when this episode is live. So
Oh yeah, you're
Oh
already here
yeah.
when the episode is live. Cool.
yeah,
So Saturday, Ron is coming. We're gonna meet him at the airport. He has his own place, not far from me here in the forest. So we have a whole list of activities written down that we're planning on doing. Gonna be swimming in lakes. Gonna go to sauna. I have something exciting as well. So there's these things like a floating sauna. So that's like a boat, but it's a sauna, and you can take it out to the sea, and you can like be in the sea in the sauna and go swim as well in the sea, which is really cool. So we'll see.
yeah,
We're gonna
sounds
be
cool.
we'll see about that, and yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward. Or I'm here now. It's really amazing here. But yeah, we'll see. It will be really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Hessel, do you have anything else to add?
Um, Not really. Maybe like tell about your experience having a dog. I don't know. To
Keep the
end it,
keep
we'll.
the conversation going. I gotta show you guys something.
Okay,
If you're
okay. I
listening,
think I think he's now getting the dog because George's sister is to Norway, and she asked if we could take care of the dog, and we do. Maybe we add some pictures here. I don't know who is gonna do this. George is
yeah,
probably gonna edit.
it's already here.
So for
It's
those
Ah,
of
there's a
you
dog.
for those of you watching, guys, I finally got some Doge. Her name is Brandy. I think she's 3 years old, but don't quote me on that. I'm not really sure. She is a very lazy dog. She enjoys being in the sun on the balcony. And now when I picked her up, she even did a little because she didn't want me to pick her up and
Yeah.
disturb. So she's saying hi to all of you guys, and she is thanking you so much for watching, listening, and subscribing. And we will see you in the next week's episode. Ciao.
Yes. Ciao.